Have you ever wondered which Buddhist countries are not only spiritually rich but also among the safest places on earth in 2026? In this video, we're going to explore 10 countries where Buddhism shapes culture, history, and community in powerful ways, and we'll also take into account how peaceful and secure life feels within their borders. Buddhism isn't just a religion, it's a living cultural force across Asia and beyond, grounding millions in mindfulness, heritage, and social identity. But worldly safety isn't guaranteed just because a country is fundamentally peaceful in tradition. Sometimes geopolitics, history, and societal structures change everything.
Number 10. Japan.
We have Japan, a nation where Buddhism has coexisted with Shinto for over a millennium. Japan's Buddhist traditions, like Zen and Pure Land, deeply influence art, tea ceremonies, and even modern mindfulness. About 1/3 of Japan's population identifies with Buddhist practices, making it a major Buddhist cultural presence worldwide. On safety measures, Japan consistently ranks as one of the safest countries globally, with low crime and high social stability. Public transport is clean and efficient, city streets are safe at night, and there's a strong cultural emphasis on respect and order. Japan also blends modern innovation with ancient temples like Kayamizu-dera and Senso-ji, blending past and present. If you've ever walked a Kyoto alley at dawn amid chanting monks, you know why Japan's spiritual vibe endures. Plus, with safety and societal harmony ranked high in global surveys, Japan makes this list comfortably. Its spiritual peace meets practical peace. Number 9. Singapore. Singapore may surprise some viewers. It isn't majority Buddhist, but Buddhism is one of the nation's key practice traditions with vibrant temples and shrines across the city-state. More importantly for our criteria, Singapore ranks among the most peaceful and safest countries in Asia with strict laws, efficient governance, and extremely low violent crime. You can stroll through Chinatown's Buddha Tooth Relic Temple any evening with virtually no safety concerns. There's a harmony in diversity here. Buddhism, Taoism, Christianity, and Islam all contribute to the social fabric. Singapore's modern skyline sits beside Buddhist sites that celebrate Mahayana traditions. This balance of cultural richness and headache-free daily life earns Singapore its place. Whether you're exploring street food or meditating in a quiet hall, safety and serenity go hand in hand. Singapore blends spiritual insight and civic order. Number 8. Mongolia. Mongolia is one of the few countries outside Southeast Asia where Buddhism forms a majority cultural backbone. Tibetan Vajrayana Buddhism influences art, language, and festivals here. Nomadic heritage and vast open steppes shape a spiritual connection to nature that complements Buddhist practice. While Mongolia isn't always highlighted in safety lists, its low population density, strong community ties, and peaceful rural life make violence statistically rare. Cities like Ulaanbaatar mix Soviet-era architecture with ornate monasteries and soaring statues of Buddha. Mongolia's sense of tranquility isn't measured just in numbers, it's felt in the silence of the Gobi and in yurt ceremonies. Local nomadic traditions often include Buddhist rituals that are hundreds of years old. It's a country where tradition still breathes in daily life and public safety is a lived experience for many. Number 7. Laos. Laos, a smaller Southeast Asian nation but one where Buddhism is intricately woven into everyday life. About 2/3 of Laotians identify with Buddhism, particularly Theravada traditions. Laos temples often lie tucked beside rivers and rice paddies, offering reflection spots far from the bustle of modern life. Vientiane and Luang Prabang are known for peaceful ambience and respectful local culture. The slower pace of life here also contributes to a sense of safety that visitors repeatedly note. Though not always at the top of global peace rankings, Laos is generally quieter and less violent than many larger neighbors. Monks in bright orange robes carry alms through villages each morning, a living expression of spiritual discipline. Laos celebrates traditional festivals that unite entire communities.
Number 6. Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka is one of the historic heartlands of Theravada Buddhism with temples that date back thousands of years. Ruwanwalaseya in Anuradhapura is one of the most sacred Buddhist monuments on the planet. About 70% of Sri Lankans identify with Buddhism, and Buddhist festivals like Vesak are national celebrations. In recent years, Sri Lanka has worked to strengthen security and tourism safety, especially in major cultural hubs. While the country has faced political and economic challenges recently, many of its spiritual regions remain peaceful and welcoming. Monk communities play a central role in education and social welfare as well as religious life. Tea hills, sacred quadrangles, and seaside temples give Sri Lanka a uniquely serene atmosphere. Safety for tourists and residents alike continues to improve as the nation rebuilds.
Number 5. Bhutan.
Halfway through our list at number 5 is Bhutan, Asia's tiny Himalayan kingdom where gross national happiness still outweighs GDP. About 3/4 of the population practices Buddhism, especially Vajrayana traditions. Safety here isn't just about crime stats, it's about a national commitment to well-being and spiritual harmony. Local life revolves around dzongs, fortress monasteries, prayer flags, and mountain passes that lead to sacred sites. Bhutan's government actively limits mass tourism to preserve cultural integrity and public tranquility. Monks play advisory and societal roles beyond religious functions, shaping educational and ethical discussions. Gross national happiness measures include psychological well-being, community vitality, and cultural preservation. Bhutan consistently feels secure and nurturing to residents and visitors alike.
Number 4 Cambodia.
Cambodia ranks among the highest countries by Buddhist percentage, with over 97% of the population practicing the faith. Angkor Wat isn't just a tourist highlight, it's a living symbol of Buddhist heritage that continues to inspire national identity. Cambodia's cultural festivals, pagoda ceremonies, and communal rituals shape daily life. In terms of safety, Cambodia has improved steadily in recent years and remains one of Southeast Asia's more stable nations for travel and residence. Street safety, community connection, and tourism infrastructure make it friendly for travelers. Because Cambodia's Buddhist traditions were suppressed during part of the 20th century, their revival today carries deep cultural pride. Families and monks maintain intertwining roles in education and social support. Angkor temples at sunrise are an unforgettable testament to spiritual strength.
Number 3 Thailand.
Taking the bronze spot is Thailand, home to the largest Buddhist population in the world today. About 94% of Thai people practice Buddhism, mainly Theravada, with more than 68 million followers. Bangkok's Wat Phra Kaew, Chiang Mai's mountain temples, and rural ordination traditions are all part of daily life. Thailand combines spiritual depth with generally safe streets, stable governance, and international tourism access. Peaceful worship and festivals like Loi Krathong bring communities together annually. Though challenges exist as in any nation, Thailand remains comparatively safe for residents and millions of visitors each year. Respect for monastic life and public rituals is visible everywhere, from cities to small villages. This nation's vibrant Buddhist culture continues to radiate outward across Asia and beyond.
Number 2 China.
We have China, which is statistically the largest home of Buddhists worldwide by sheer population numbers, even if Buddhists there aren't always a majority of the total population. China has an estimated tens of millions of Buddhists, and Buddhist cultural influence is woven into history, art, and society. From Shaolin temples to Tibetan monasteries, a vast diversity of Buddhist traditions thrive. China's public safety infrastructure is considered strong and stringent compared to many nations. That said, religious practices are guided by government policy, and regional variations in cultural freedom do exist. Temples such as the Leshan Giant Buddha and Mount Wutai are pilgrimage sites of global renown. Cultural legacy and spiritual scholarship continue to shape Chinese art and philosophy. While Buddhist numbers are vast, safety and personal freedoms vary by region and are shaped by larger policy environments.
Number 1 South Korea.
Finally, at number 1 for this list we spotlight South Korea, a country where Buddhism isn't a majority religion, but where Buddhist culture remains strong, influential, and integrated into modern life. South Korea consistently ranks as one of the safest countries in Asia. Low crime, efficient infrastructure, and peaceful social life make it secure for citizens and visitors. Temples like Bulguksa and Jogisa are spiritual hubs in bustling cities and serene mountains alike. Buddhist practices coexist with other philosophies, and monastic retreats attract global seekers of peace and meditation. Taekwondo dojos, tea ceremonies, and temple stays reflect harmony between tradition and innovation. Community and personal safety, from Seoul to Jeju, is often cited in traveler experiences. Respect for elders, social cohesion, and public order make it stand tall in peace metrics. This combination of civic safety, rich Buddhist presence, and culture that embraces both tradition and modernity earns South Korea our top spot. And there you have it, the top 10 safest and strongest Buddhist countries in the world in 2026. We covered nations with deep spiritual histories, vast Buddhist populations, and environments where peace and safety are lived experiences. From ancient temples to modern cities, Buddhism continues to shape culture, compassion, and community across continents. Thanks for watching. May your journey be peaceful and full of insight. Until next time, Sawasdee, Annyeong, Ning Hao, Metta to all beings.
Be safe out there.